back. You're watching No Reservations with myself, Aisha Khan. As we said before the break, I've got some fantastic guests. And the first guest, this is again someone I've known for a very long time. We've done some work together as well. We've always had interesting times on set. She's great fun to be with. And I think the rest you will discover on your own as we get to know the person behind the persona, which is Mishi Khan. Good evening, Mishi.
Good evening, Aisha.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's been so long.
It's been so long.
I think last time we met was in Islamabad, some play that we did over there years ago.
And Mubashir was the director.
Mubashir Luqman was the director. Now, you've always come across as a very happy-go-lucky, chirpy person, and yet, and people, I think in general, we're a very unforgiving lot. When it comes time for personal trials or tribulations, we're very judgmental and we're quick to tear people down. The chirpy, bubbly Mishi and the real Mishi, how different are they?
Actually, they're quite similar. But a lot of times I do put up a game. I actually have a game face on for people. But the other side is sensitive and serious and very emotional.
You are very
yes,
emotional.
I am.
I also remember you have quite a temper on you.
Yes.
You're very tempestuous.
Yes.
I mean, you've now, of course, you know, as we get older, we sort of tone down. All of us.
I have
also
mellowed
thing.
down.
Yeah. But what do you think is the biggest change that has come up with Mishi Khan? Who is Mishi Khan today, and how is she different from Mishi Khan, say, 20 years ago?
I was very impulsive, extremely impulsive. Anything which used to come to my mind, if the whole world is saying, please don't do this, and I'll go ahead and I said, no, I want to have my own experience.
It's almost like a panga, na? Panga diya
No, it was basically curiosity.
Okay.
I wanted to know things on my terms. That if something is wrong, if people are saying, oh, this is really bad. So I think I never could understand how come this person is saying it. If I would do it myself, what kind of experience I would have. So I used to go ahead and do it. Now, of course, with time, I do think before taking a step.
Things,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I remember about you, Mishi, is you're one of those people who, when you're doing something, which you कहते हैं बिल्कुल जान देके, दिल देके, you do it, and you're 100% there, which also ends up a lot of times with a lot of pain as a result of that. Is there any one incident that has stood out most in your mind where perhaps that has happened? Because again, the show is not about just, yes, we're celebrating our celebrities, but it's also getting to understand the human being behind. And you've had your fair share of trials.
I have, yes. I have.
You know, one thing that stood out the most, perhaps in your mind.
I feel it was good in a way.
Okay.
Whatever I did, as you said, that I given a lot of heart and soul, whether it was a relationship or whether it's my own work which I do. But I still am like that. You know why? I feel one should always, even if you know there are going to be trials and tribulations later on, but I do want to give my, not 100 or 200% maybe, emotionally. Because I want to not feel bad, oh, why didn't I say this to that person at that particular moment? So if the moment passes you by, then you're always regretting. So
you're beautiful, you're vivacious, you're vibrant, you've got all these fantastic sides to your personality.
Oh,
you
thanks.
give a lot when you're in love. I know this for a fact, because I've seen you. You
Yes.
give a lot to your relationships. Why do you think, do you think some people just are, because I know they say, the statistics say that some women are just drawn to the same kind of man. Do you think that's true of you?
that is.
It's like, hello, freak, come to me, you know. Does that actually happen?
Yes.
Really?
I think all the time.
Do you feel in your relationship, does Mishi get snuffed out? And at what point does Mishi finally say, I'm not doing this anymore?
Where I've really had it. When I really feel, this is it. When I wake up and I feel, God, I don't think about that person anymore.
Because you've been hurt so much.
Yes, absolutely. And I've definitely...
What is the most hurtful thing that's happened to you?
That's where my dad is concerned. When he passed away, when I did Irusa, that's the time I was getting to know things and getting into the practical life, and I was so excited. And as soon as it finished, it was 93 December that he passed away. So that was the most, and I was not actually facing it. I went, you'll be surprised that at that point, if I think about it now, it's very, very strange to me that I wanted to not feel that he's alive, he's dead. And I went to he passed away on the 19th December, and I went on a New Year party wearing like everything possible, all decked up, because I didn't want to face it at that point.
I think we met that night,
yes,
actually.
We did.
Yes, yeah.
And I wanted to be all right, but I actually overcame everything. I had overcome everything, but after that, slowly I realized, God, I should have faced it at that particular point. Because you keep on having feelings.
You're looking for other ways to express yourself,
yes,
as opposed to facing things head on. Have you always run away from your feelings?
Yes. So that's what I've learned now, that whatever I'm feeling at that point, I have to go through that phase and then move on to the other phase.
It's a healing process.
Yes, it's very important.
Do you think after your dad passed away, because I know that was an event that really deeply affected you. You may not have shown it, but it really, really affected you.
It did.
Do you think that had a lot to do with the kind of relationships that you chose for yourself?
Yes, you're absolutely right. That was a distraction, probably. Sometimes you want to get away and believe that, no, this guy is absolutely fine.
He's going to take care of me. Yeah.
Yes. But deep down, you know that he won't. But you want to believe that. And I think now I'm all right with it. If somebody says, oh, I've had a breakup, and I say, oh, really? Okay. Oh,
you'll get over it, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. So I wanted to actually achieve this point in life.
Word has it that Mishi is now ready to settle down again. Is that true?
No, it's not.
Acha, okay.
It's basically, if I meet the right person, probably yes.
Who is the right person for you?
I think right person is not somebody you can describe. It's a certain kind of chemistry. You meet somebody, while you're talking, you click, and then probably you go to a restaurant and you want to see that person in a restaurant. How does he behave? And then with friends. And I think everything matters and comes down to choosing somebody to get married. Because I don't want to go to a restaurant and feel, oh God.
He eats with his mouth open. How gross can that be? You know,
yes.
Something like that.
Any small thing.
He's rude to the waiter. Ew.
Probably he doesn't tip enough.
There you go. Yes.
I think it really puts me off. Somebody doesn't tip, or they cannot tip को check कर रहे थे कि हमने दिए ज़्यादा तो नहीं दे दिए.
Okay, fine. ठीक है. What were you like as a child?
I was.
Because your mother's very conservative.
No, she's not. Actually, she's never. My family has never been conservative.
Okay.
My mom was. She studied in the Queen Mary College school in Lahore, so she was very emancipated. Yet she had rules and regulations, and okay, if you're going out, you're supposed to wear this.
Yes.
In a society.
You never obeyed her, though.
I did.
Really?
Where clothes are concerned, I think I've never gone overboard.
Okay.
So we were allowed to go here and there, but with a lot of things in mind.
Rules and regulations as you go out. Yeah. Now, you made quite an impression. Arusa, of course, was huge. You became a household name. There was music channel charts. Then you disappeared.
I disappeared.
Why?
I just thought maybe I need to chill and relax, and this is not.
But something must have happened to make you feel that, because when you're doing that well, and to suddenly chuck it all to the winds and go, okay, that's it. I'm moving out because you moved out of Pakistan, you joined Emirates.
Yes.
What happened? Because that's not the Mishi Khan we know.
Yes, I honestly, I'll tell you something. I was in show business for exact 7 years, and this my niece. She was, but I felt that okay, this is all I can do. Plays, and there was only one channel at that point. So I thought, I should do something else to rejuvenate and come back, and probably I'll have something nicer or better to give to the audience or the people. So that's why I joined, and I think that was the best decision of my life.
Okay, now another thing that is really fantastic about you is no matter what your relationships were, who they were with, and how they ended, you've never bad-mouthed anyone afterwards.
No.
In fact, you've gone out of your way to try and be friends afterwards. And people often misunderstand that.
That's true. That's so true. And thank you for talking about this, because that's my side where I just don't want to be a demon or a monster. Where I want
the big bad girl of, you know.
Absolutely. Why do I have to badmouth somebody? If I'm saying that if I love somebody, and a day later if I start saying bad things about that person, so what is actually love? It's probably a phase, which it is a phase, it is a feeling. But if you respect somebody, you cannot say bad things about that person, whether he's your friend or relative or
whatever,
somebody you like.
All right, but before I go any further, we want to get a little bit deeper with Mishi and ask a few more questions and get to know the person behind the persona. Mishi Khan in the studio with me, Aisha Alam Khan, on No Reservations. Please stay with us.